Okay.
Okay. From Southern California, a beautiful spring day in Southern California. It's the Suzanne Summers Show, and here she is.
Yay! Hi, everybody. Oh, you should see my husband tonight. What a vision. He's so gorgeous. Oh, my gosh. We're going out on a date tonight. We've got a little celebrating to do, and he hasn't told me where we're going. He just said, get dressed up. So I wore my summer pink dress and my favorite earrings.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. And underwear.
Underwear.
And
Oh,
underwear.
yeah, always
I've got my.
clean underwear.
It actually
If you
is.
ever get in an accident, you know.
Like my mom
your
told
mother
me.
used to say, yeah.
Have clean. Always wear clean underpants.
But
in
she
case
always followed that by saying, why give away the milk if you can get the cow or something like
Yeah.
that?
Why give away
Why
the
give
cow when you can get the milk for free?
Was that it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
right?
So, which means just keep it all saved.
Yeah.
Save it.
Well, those days are over.
Yeah.
Yeah, those days are over. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking 50s here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I met you so early on in our relationship. I know you like to think you're the only one. You're practically the only one.
I like that.
Yeah, I know you do. I know. I like it too.
I mean, if you could
You're my
say-
one and only.
Yeah, I know. I'm your first husband.
Yep. Yeah. I actually was married as a teenager, but that got annulled. So you
There
are
you
my
go.
first
I'm
husband.
your first husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there were any before me, let's say, if you were to say that I can count on less than one hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I was a good girl, a good Catholic girl. I got pregnant as a teenager, but it was the first time I'd ever had sex, if it was sex. I remember when the doctor told me I was pregnant, and I said, but.
I wonder what the numbers are about good girls that are
Because we knew nothing.
who are involved in their religion, okay,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
way or another,
Yeah.
getting pregnant over girls who are not.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
if
know.
there's a statistician
Yeah.
who's watching us
Yeah.
tonight,
Yeah.
we would appreciate
A lot of my girls,
knowing
yeah.
the answer.
A lot of my girls out there, I'm sure, had the similar experience to me, but out of it came Bruce, who's so darling.
Yep.
Bruce and Caroline were here all day yesterday. We shot the commercial. The Gut Renew, which is what tonight's show is about, is such a hit. Thanks to you, thanks to all of you, that we're now rolling out a national commercial. So the reason we did not do our show yesterday, Friday, which we usually do, and having it today, is because this property was crawling with crew. And in fact, they're still shooting part 2 of the commercial today. But I want to be with you today. So today, we're going to talk about the nonsense stuff that Alan and I always talk about. And now without Caroline here tonight, we can kind of be naughty.
Oh yeah, we can get away
Yeah,
with anything.
yeah, she won't correct us or anything.
Yeah.
How did this happen? Somebody asked me recently about Caroline. I said, we're best friends. She's my daughter. She's my daughter-in-law, and she's the president of our company because she's the right man for the job, and she really is. She knows. And I think today, having 50-year-olds in your company is very, very valuable because they're up on all this stuff that we're doing here that Alan and I, in the beginning went Facebook, Instagram, and we're so happy to have such success on Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you. And Instagram, thank you. And all of you who come. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look at my gorgeous husband. Look at this
Okay,
man.
well,
Look at him. I mean,
you're making me blush.
yeah, no, I'm not. You
Okay.
love it. You love it. If I walked into a room and I saw you, I'd go, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. No, still
Wow.
crazy after all these years.
Okay. Yeah. We're this strange couple. Okay.
It's so wonderful.
We're together 24
I
hours
know.
a day.
I
We have
know.
not spent 1 hour
I know.
apart.
And we have a
in
tequila every night. That's the
40 years, over 40 years.
Yeah. top of the morning. to
Yeah, top of the
I love
morning
you.
to you.
Um,
I love you.
Thank you. People always say, what's the secret to your marriage? And I said, well, we give each other a lot of attention, and we have a date every night at 5 o'clock, and we have a tequila. So this is it. You're on our date with us, and grab your tequila or
Okay.
whatever is your favorite drink, and let's just have a good time. And when I see you next, I'll tell you where he took me. I just don't know. He's all full of surprises.
That's the way I like it.
Anyway, today, because we worked all day yesterday, it was a long, hard day, but a great day. I still got it. And we went to look at our new house, which looks like a war zone still, but we've never really built a house. No, actually we did. In Las Vegas, we built a house. So we didn't plan to build this house. It's just when, we had too much time on our hands going, wouldn't it be good if we, and it would be nice if we, and all of a sudden the walls are down, the windows are down, the roof is off, and we're essentially rebuilding the entire house, new wiring, new duct work, and all these things that I learned today. But it was kind of dreamy to walk through, knowing that we're now going to enter. I don't think it's going to be finished in September. We might have to find interim housing.
So if anyone has a couple of rooms they could rent to us. I'm not sure how long it'll be.
Yeah.
We're reliable. We'll pay our rent on time.
Right, and we're not
Okay.
noisy.
No.
We're
Well,
not No, we're not noisy.
Occasionally.
No, we're well-behaved, well-mannered, the kind of neighbors you would hope to have. But I was up at the new house today and looking around thinking, wow, a whole new chapter is about to begin. And everybody I know, because it was so hard for me to let go of this house. We've been here for 45 years, and but everybody who has let go of their beloved home, where they raised their family like we did, where we raised our grandchildren, our entire family thinks of this home, this compound, as theirs, and it is, because they all go to their favorite rooms, and but everybody says the same thing. The next move, once you let go, then the next move becomes dreamy. And that's what I was realizing today. I have emotionally let this go. I'll never get over the incredible times we've had here. And before I go, I'll do a montage of all the events that happened here. And I think in particular, the night Merv Griffin was master of ceremonies. In the back here, we have carved out of the rocks like an amphitheater, and then if I want to give an incredible party, I can set a long table up. Those kind of card tables you get at Staples, and I fit them all together and put up a table for 40 to 45. And it was right after 9/11, and I was going to be, I think at that time, would it have been 65 then, or 60?
60-something. Yeah.
60-something. It was significant. It was either 60 or 65, and I cannot do math. I can tell you how your body works.
Well, actually, no, you were in your 50s.
9/11, and
Okay,
I'm
so
74
that was
now.
20 years ago. You're 74, 64. You were 54.
So maybe I was going to be 55, because it was a significant,
Yeah.
one of those road map, you know what I'm talking about.
Having a
And
little difficulty speaking clearly today?
no, I couldn't think of the word. It's a word that signifies a significant life moment.
I think you better have another drink.
All right. Yeah, I haven't had enough, I guess. And so I was really reluctant. My birthday is October 16th, so this was near the end of November, and I was really reluctant to give a party because we are all in such a state after 9/11. The most horrible thing that happened to our country, but remember how we all came together? Remember how we all became one? Everybody had little flags on their cars. Everybody became patriotic, and I love America. It's the greatest idea there ever was, and I grew up with the Star Spangled Banner, and I pledge allegiance to the flag, and all those things that still make me tear up. When I saw today on the news that Korean war veteran, and he's 100 and something.
Was he Korean or was that second?
No, he was an American who fought in the Korean War.
Wow.
It was so significant that our president and the president of South Korea came to pin his medal on, and then to hear his family talk about him and showing the pictures of who he was. He looked like a movie star when he was a young soldier. And so anyway, I usually have to over-invite here by 50%, because most of our friends at that time, it's no longer true, came in from Los Angeles. Now most of our friends are here in the desert. And so I over-invited by 50%. Practically everybody said yes. And I thought, yikes. So that table for 45 ended up seating about 60, just really cozy, but it was wonderful. And so at one point, George Schlatter, who was the original producer of Laugh-In, one of the greatest comedy and variety producers in television history, and he said to me, Suzanne, you've got some of the greatest singers in the world sitting around this table. Why don't you ask them to sing? And I said, well, I don't like to ask my friends to work when they're at a party. But the band I had was, remember Merv Griffin's show, for those of you who are somewhere around our ages? It was the trumpeter, Merv's, what? The band. How can I forget that? Can't remember. It'll come to me in a minute. Yeah. Merv Griffin's band leader and his band were on this little stage that we built out in this carved out amphitheater. And when I said to George Schlatter, well, I don't really like to, ask my friends to work, he said, well, I will. So all of a sudden I look up on the stage and there's Merv Griffin, who's got the microphone, who's now the master of ceremonies. Imagine. And then all of a sudden, Keely Smith, remember Keely Smith? Got up, got up and sang "That Old Black Magic's Got Me in a Spell," and I'm going, wow. And then Susan Anton got back, and she's just such a great performer. She got up there and sang "Should I Do It?" And then who else was there? Oh, Michael Feinstein got up and sang a set. Did 3 different songs. And then Jack Jones got up and he started singing. His voice is like, it's just velvet. He's one of the original crooners. And then Robert Goulet got up and asked the band to stop, and a cappella he sang Men from La Mancha, and it just bounced off of all these rocks, and I'm going, oh my God. And then I got up and sang, and I'm kind of good. And then Barry Manilow got up and did Weekend in New England, Mandy, and then closed the show with Copacabana.
And that's when everyone started dancing.
Can you imagine? And Bruce had the good sense to video the whole thing. So I've got the thumbnail of that. And Bruce said, Ma, this is history. And I thought, it is. You couldn't have bought that evening. I don't care how much money you have. You could not have bought all those people. It was because everyone wanted to get up and rejoice that we're saving America and that we've come together as America. So I've got all these pictures of these amazing, amazing things that have happened at this house. So over the next few months, I'll be sharing a lot of these stories with you, because come September, bye-bye, baby, remember you're my baby. Okay, what do you want to tell them, Al? I see you're poised to...
Well, when we were over at our new house today...
Oh, wait, you see this. Oh, my God.
We were greeted.
Oh, my God.
We were greeted. Okay, I have to show you.
Can I Yeah, remember, we already met Pineapple Balls here. Wait do you see his cousin.
I'm not going to show you a previous picture I took, which I can. I will, after. But here's who was greeting us, looking down at us.
Oh, you took that picture.
Yeah, here it is right here.
Imagine. Looking down like, are you guys the new owners?
Look at that guy.
Isn't that something?
Hold it. Whoops, where is he? Oh, hang on.
And yesterday...
Look at that.
Yeah.
He was just standing there staring at us. Okay. And, tell the story about...
Okay.
Look at this.
So, on this property that we bought, at the end of the promontory point, the previous owner left 2 sculptures. One is a donkey, and the other is the donkey's shepherd or something. I actually planned on giving them away because it's not quite the look that I'm going for, but they're charming. Well, this guy who he just showed you's uncle came down. Now remember, we saw Pineapple Balls, who was up in the hill here. He makes Pineapple Balls look like, an amateur. Caroline named him Breadfruit Balls. I don't know what's going on with these bighorn sheep here in the desert. Anyway, the bighorn sheep saw the sculpture of the donkey, and it's made of cement, this donkey, and went, yeah, and went after the donkey and tried his hardest, but all he did was knock the donkey down. Who's this? Who are you showing?
I'm showing
Breadfruit balls?
This.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. You probably can't see it. It's probably too dark.
Okay.
But anyway, wow. Wow. So let me tell you what we've got today. For those of you who aren't aware of Gut Renew, next to the Thigh Master, this is the most successful product that we have ever produced and manufactured. And it came essentially from you. I read and listen to all your complaints about your own body and what's going on and what you'd like to accomplish with your health. And what I kept hearing over and over, my stomach, I can't hold it in. I'm constantly bloated. Bloated, bloated, bloated. That word kept coming up. And I know this because a year ago, I was battling the same thing. And then the next thing I hear is I'm so constipated and I've got so much gas and I am dog tired. Dog tired just kept coming up over and over and over again. I thought, I know, I've been there. And so we worked with professionals and put together Gut Renew. And Gut Renew is just loaded with the most incredible ingredients that essentially what's happening is why you are all bloated and gassy and gaining weight for no reason, and is because everything's stuck in here. There's all this sludge. You're just filled with sludge. I know, because I was too, and I didn't think so. But if you're constipated, it's because it's not traveling right. The food has to come down, take a through right here, right between your breasts, is called the gastric sphincter.
By the way, we call that transit.
Okay, transit.
Transit.
Okay, transit time. And then it's got to take a quick left-hand turn, right, to get into the stomach, because the stomach's here under your left breast. And then once it's in the stomach's supposed to produce hydrochloric acid, but as you get older, you don't produce enough, and in my case, I wasn't producing any, and I'm going to talk about all that tonight. And you need hydrochloric acid to break down your food to get all the benefits of all the nutrients in the good food that you're eating. And then once it gets through the stomach, it's got to make a right-hand turn into the intestines. And the intestines are what everybody feels is their stomach, but actually the stomach's over here and the intestines are here, and right here. And that's where your bloating is. Now, why is it bloating in your intestines if that's not your stomach? Because it's all filled with sludge, sludge, sludge. Now, it's not a laxative. It's a way of healing the barrier wall. What happens in your intestines, which happen to be the length of a tennis court. Imagine if you stretched out your intestines to the max, length of a tennis court, okay? Complex. When the chemicals come in, I talk about it all the time, we're under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity, and it comes in through the skin by chemicals in your skincare, it comes in through the food you eat. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to spray poison on our food and put pesticides on our food and genetically modify our food, but whatever. And then the air we breathe, you're spraying your house with fresheners and things that are all chemicals and cleaning your house with chemicals. It creates this toxic burden, and what it does is these chemicals, free radicals, those are the bad guys, free radicals, get in your GI tract, eat little holes in the barrier wall. Remember the length of a tennis court, so little leaks are happening. That's called leaky gut. It leaks out of your intestines into your bloodstream, and then those bad guys, the free radicals, go on a rampage in your bloodstream looking for your fattiest organs and glands, and the one they want the most is the brain, and they make their way eventually up into the brain. Is it any wonder that we have so many brain issues, dementia, Alzheimer's, ADD, ADHD, OCD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, all these things? When did that happen? I didn't hear about this when I was a kid. Nobody had this because we weren't under this environmental assault. The Gut Renew, I can't say heals legally. It supports healing that barrier wall. That I can say. And wow, I just listened to the comments that you were all making, and I'll tell you how important this product is. In the last 3 months, and I've told you this before, we had to order 72 tons. That's a lot of this, 72 tons. And we make up each bag specifically for us. Nobody else has this formula. This is ours. And Dr. Oz did a whole show on this. I don't know if you saw the Dr. Oz show. He's vitally interested in the GI tract. In fact, Dr. Oz and I just get along great. I love Dr. Oz, and I've gotten to know him as a friend, and Alan and I were at his home in Florida on the beach, and we had such a great time with he and his wife. And every time I'm with Dr. Oz or on his show, we click because we're both on the same path. And he really has understood that everybody's guts are under assault. So what we've got tonight, I'll tell you about the additional supplements that come in these packages, but I hope I said enough now if you've got gut issues that it makes you want to try it. It's just so you know what it is. Wait, Ellen, just let me try. It's a smoothie mix. And you go, ugh, those are always so awful. I know, they're always awful. Not this.
Not this one.
This one tastes great. And when Alan says not this one,
there's no sugar.
There's no sugar. He never, ever BS's about anything, to the point of, to have to say that. And so every morning, and for the last little over a year now, we've had one every single morning. I do not have any gut issues anymore. Alan does not have any gut issues anymore. We make a smoothie. The menu on the recipe on the back of the package is throw in a pack of a half a bag of frozen wild blueberries. There's a higher antioxidant level in wild blueberries, and remember, free radicals are the bad guys, antioxidants are the good guys. In Suzanne speak, antioxidants eat free radicals. Okay, so you got that thing happening. And you put some coconut milk and the wild blueberries, make the ice, and you put the coconut milk in 2 spoons per person for that blender. Whip it up. It's great.
Also, we have the guide.
We have the guide, and that's
This
part
is
of it.
incredible.
There are.
Just loaded with recipes.
Yeah, that's the basic recipe. And then what we've done here is, we've given you all these recipes for all these and more and more. This one here, the peanut butter banana chocolate,
Oh, yeah.
kind of great. That's the wild blueberry. This is the pina colada. That's the strawberry raspberry. This is the mango peach. This is the that's all mango. And this is just loaded. What I wanted to do was write a book about the gut, and I think if it's not my next book, I think it will be one of my next upcoming books. But I knew right now, if your gut's a mess, you don't want to sit and read a 300-page book. So I put this together, and it's got all the information in it, and so we're going to tell you what you can get, okay? Tell them what they can get, Johnny.
Okay. Here we go. Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge. This is the basic kit, 30-day supply. Gut Renew Superfood Protein Formula. You get 6 bags. That's 60 servings. It's a 30-day challenge program with the 30-day challenge program.
That gives you 2 smoothies a day.
And retail value is $295. The sale, $200. Okay, you're saving $95 plus.
And you're thinking, wow, that's expensive. I know, but
Okay.
I know it's expensive, but it's really expensive for us to make. You can't imagine what one of these bags costs us, and
Okay.
we, make it.
Okay, this is the Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge Ultimate Kit, 30-day supply. Gut Renew Superfood Protein Formula, 6 bags, 60 servings, 30-day challenge program guide, plus the prebiotic Gut Renew, which I love, and the gentle Colon Renew,
Which is our nighttime
which I
drink.
love. Yeah, it's like a fizzy, a fresh lemon drink. I
Warm.
use it with warm water.
Yeah, it's like our tea at night. We walk our talk. You also can just buy 1 bag. Go to SuzanneSummers.com and you can get 1 bag. You don't have to do the gut challenge. But here's what the 30-day gut challenge is, because so many of you have taken it, and if so, Alan will read your remarks. It's 1 smoothie in the morning, 1 smoothie in the afternoon, and they're very filling. Like in the afternoon, do the peanut butter, banana, chocolate smoothie. You're just going to love it. And then at night, you have a healthy dinner, like you can have, a baked or roast chicken, you can have with green beans and a baked yam, but just for the 30 days, you can't put butter on your yam, and you can't have alcohol, and you can't have dairy for the 30 days while you're cleaning your gut. You want to give your gut every advantage. But it's not like a diet where you have to starve yourself. The 2 smoothies a day fill you up, and they're really, 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 really great. So there's the 30-day Gut Renew Challenge, and the 30-day Gut Renew the ultimate includes this booklet, which is loaded with information, not only how to make these smoothies and all the different smoothies, but also how your gut got this way, in a way that I don't have time in the 1 hour we spend together to really, really break it down. The gut is so complex. If your gut isn't healthy, you're not healthy. And it's the beginning of wherever your health is going to take you. And if your gut isn't healthy, it's not going to take you to a good place. I can't wait, actually, to write the 300 or 350 page book about it, because I know so much about the gut. All I know is you can heal your gut. You can do it. If your gut is broken, you've got to fix it. But the 30-day Gut Renew Challenge, and I bet anything after you finish the 30 days that you'll continue having a smoothie every morning like Alan and I. And it's not a weight loss program, but a lot of people, and I'd say most of you are writing and going, I've lost so much weight doing this, because it makes sense. If all the sludge is in here and this starts pushing that sludge down, and you have those religious moments, those great poops that make your day so incredible.
A religious experience.
It's a religious experience, yeah. It makes sense that you would lose weight, but what you do is you'll lose the bloat, and you won't be constipated, and I hope, I can't guarantee this will happen for everyone, but it's happened for most everyone who's tried it. Most everyone. Are there any comments, Alan?
Well, must you use coconut milk?
No, you can use chocolate. How about chocolate almond milk or almond milk? It's great. Or you could even use water. If you just want to do wild blueberries and water, that works too. I just like coconut, because coconut is, I could write a book about coconut, the medium chain triglycerides and what that does, and there's so many benefits to coconuts and coconut milk. I used to have a woman in my employ who was Sri Lankan. I just loved her so much. And she grew up in Sri Lanka. She said, a sign of prosperity in the neighborhood she came from, or the section she came from, was how many coconuts you had piled up on your front lawn.
That's funny.
And she would tell me that one of the irritants in living in Sri Lanka, where she lived, was pythons, the snakes. And if you got bit by a python, which is kind of deadly, and she told me this, I haven't proven it, she said, we then would take coconut oil and rub it on the python bite, and that was their answer to that. I hope you never have to have that experience.
By the way, speaking of coconuts.
Yes.
Okay.
You've got a lovely bunch of?
Somebody mentioned that Freddie Martin was Merv Griffin's band leader, and that's true. And
Jack Sheldon.
He had a major hit with "I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts."
Oh, and that's Merv sang that song
that
that night.
Freddie Martin.
Okay, you're right.
Then he got his own show.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then it was Jack.
Jack Sheldon, and who was here that party 9/11 was Jack Sheldon. I hired him several times for parties because his band was just so kick-ass. It was that swing. I love swing, and I love Sinatra, and that whole era. And he'd just get up on that stage and just, and then Jack Sheldon, not on Merv's show, but when you hire him here, he mumbles. While the band's playing, he mumbles. Funny stuff. He mumbles into the microphone. Gosh, we've had fun, huh? So much fun. I'm looking over here at a picture of Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and Frank Sinatra. I just blew up black and whites because I love them. Man, did those guys have fun. They're all in tuxedos. They've all got their cigarette. That was that era. And there was the guy who ran the teleprompter yesterday was sitting under that picture, and he said, I worked with all three of these men. I said, you know what, me too? And he said, yeah, I did the teleprompter for Frank for one of his specials, one take. And if you didn't get it, it's too bad. And I heard that about Frank all the time. He was a one-taker. And one of my proudest achievements is I was entertainer of Las Vegas Female Entertainer of the Year. In the same year, Frank Sinatra was Las Vegas Male Entertainer of the Year. Imagine. And he called me baby. Hello, baby.
They called us
The kids. The two of us, the kids. So, yeah, I look over there at that picture. That picture makes me smile when I look at it, doesn't it, you, Al?
Yeah.
When men were these kind of cool, funny guys. Wow. Wow. Nice. And everything changes. There's a new kind of guy out there now, and I look at Bruce, and he's so darling, and he's so technical and fun, and I love men. I think men are great.
Peggy Barnes Norman says, I use almond milk, mostly use coconut, harmless harvest water.
Uh-huh.
with
Oh,
frozen
that's good.
Organic fruit.
And did she say how her body's reacting to the gut renew?
No.
Oh,
But
okay.
Peggy, let us know how your
Yeah.
body's reacting.
Yeah, let me know, any of you who've taken the 30-day gut renew challenge. I'd like to know your experience because, man, we're hearing from so many of you all the time. So where are you taking me on our date tonight, Al?
I can't tell you. It's a surprise. Yeah. Yeah, it's better that way.
Yeah, it
Okay?
is. How
That way
fun.
we're locked in. You can't say, I don't feel like going there.
No, I can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take your Mustang tonight.
Okay. We don't have to debate that now.
Yeah. Well, because you'll put the top down, and then my hair will get wrecked.
Yeah, that's
It's all about the hair, isn't it, girls?
Yeah,
Like I
that's
spent
true.
time with my activating serum, which, have you tried the activating serum? It's so great.
But you know what?
What?
You mentioned
Yeah.
my Mustang.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
And
that you have it. You love it
it's-
so
It's not
much.
just a regular Mustang convertible.
Mhm.
It's the California Special. So it's got, I don't know, something under 500 horsepower.
Yeah,
And I took
Mr.
our
Macho
I took our
Cool.
grandsons for a ride one day, and from a standing start, they almost all got serious
whiplash.
whiplash.
What a cool grandfather, huh? Come
Well, you
on,
know what?
kids. Yeah.
You were riding in someone's car last week, and you said, "I really love this car. Why
Yeah.
did we get it?"
Yeah.
It was a foreign car.
Yeah.
I'm an immigrant here.
Yeah.
Okay. I love America. I only buy American cars. I only buy American whatever I can.
I honor
That's
that.
the way it is.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that,
And I don't
Alan.
depart from that.
Yeah, he's
I
true.
Buy American.
Yeah, Alan, you know, it's interesting being married to an immigrant, and so many of us are, or are ourselves. It wasn't easy to get here, and once you got here legally and did all that you had to do to get here legally, you earn the right to the American dream. And you have lived the American dream, Alan, you really have.
Well, I'm married to Suzanne. Well, Canada was the American dream for me too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love Canada and Canadians.
Yeah.
It's the land of nice.
Yeah.
Land of
We're all
nice.
polite
Yeah.
until you make us mad.
Yeah, don't make Al mad.
Yeah.
Don't make Al
Yeah.
mad. Let me tell you about a couple of other things. So we know about the 30-day gut renew challenge, the ultimate kit. That's 6 bags, 60 servings, plus the program guide. Plus, you get the prebiotic renew, and you get the gentle colon renew in that package. I highly suggest, if you get the ultimate kit today, that if you get the prebiotic, that you also get the probiotic. Why? Prebiotic is food for the probiotic, pre and pro. And so what prebiotic does, it's a good tasting, Alan always says, where's my candy? He really likes this. It makes your probiotic work better. Why do you care? We are about the right ratio of good bacteria and bad bacteria in our GI tract. That's what gets messed up when you've got all the chemicals in your GI tract from non-organic food and from genetically modified foods and all those things that mess with the microbiome balance. And what you want bad guys and good guys. You just want the right ratio. And so when you make, with a prebiotic, you make your probiotic work better. You have a better shot at having the right ratio in your gut. And then, like Alan said, the last thing we do at the end of the day, I know you think we just sit and drink tequila all day. We don't. We're healthy eaters, and at night, the last thing he does, he makes great coffee in the morning, and right before we go to sleep, we get a cup of this warm, I call it fizzy tea, but it's not tea. It's magnesium, and I think there's like, let me put my glasses on. I think there's 4,500 milligrams of vitamin C per serving, 4 milligrams of vitamin B6, and 250 milligrams of magnesium. So it's predominantly vitamin C and magnesium. Why do you care about magnesium? Well, magnesium is a calming mineral. It makes you relax, makes you want to go to sleep, it puts you to sleep, and it also relaxes your whole GI tract. So in the morning, after your gut renew and you take your probiotic and your prebiotic and you've had this, I swear, you're just going to go have that religious experience like Alan talks about all the time. Now, if you want to make all of this work even better, and you really got gut issues, and I'll talk about that in 1 second, Alan, there are 2 more things here that you might think about. I no longer make any hydrochloric acid in my GI tract. As you know, I had breast cancer 20 years ago, so my body doesn't make hydrochloric acid. I'm not saying that's not any medical claim or anything like that. But because of that, I realized that I had to replace, because aging is about worn out parts, I had to replace what's missing. So I replace hormones, because they decline and they're missing. I replace minerals, because they decline and they're missing. I replace nutrients, because they decline and they're vitally important to the body. The body can't work without nutrients or minerals. Then the hydrochloric acid helps me with pepsin, HCl with pepsin, helps me to digest, because my body's no longer making hydrochloric acid. You know, it's funny, when people get indigestion, they take an antacid. It's just like the craziest concept, because the reason you're got all this discomfort is you're not making enough acid, and then you go to the drugstore and they give you an antacid, which for the moment feels a little better, just momentarily, and then it makes the problem worse. So I take with every meal a hydrochloric acid with pepsin to replicate what my body once did. And then near the end of the meal, I take digestive enzymes, because that makes you digest better. And as a result of all this, I have a healthy gut. I'm so happy to say I have a healthy gut, and I'm 74 years old. And normally at 74, nothing's working right anymore. Everything's working right in me right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So Melanie Guy said you all need to try Gut Renew.
Thank you,
Works
Melanie.
Wonders.
Thanks.
Never have felt better. And this is our follow-up to Gut Renew. Immune support.
We put that in if you want
Vitamin
it.
C and zinc formula powder.
Yeah.
Organic plant-based antioxidant support. Fetal immune boost. Cockadoo. Plum powder. Cockadoo.
Well, that's something you can add, you know, with what's going on in the world today. You want to protect yourself, and zinc and vitamin C are really important protectorates for preventative, to prevent any kind of negative outcome. In my smoothie, I put 2 spoons for me and 2 spoons for us in my blender. And then I put a spoon, the spoons are in here, so you don't have to measure it. The spoons are in here.
They're scoops.
Yeah, scoops, yeah, they're scoops. I put a scoop for me and a scoop for Alan in here. So I've got 2 scoops for me in here and 1 scoop here, and I double that up because everything I do for Alan, because if it doesn't matter to me if I'm healthy if he's not. So you want to keep your loved ones healthy. So there's probiotic. That's not part of the deal. That you have to go to SuzanneSummers.com. There's prebiotic. That's part of the ultimate kit. The Gentle Colon Renew is part of the ultimate kit with the 6 bags of Gut Renew. And then on your own, you can get digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid with pepsin. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a small businesswoman, and you know that our small businesses are what keeps America going. I'm not trying to sell you stuff. I have your back. I hope you know that. That's why I've written all these books for women and about hormones. You know, was there ever a doctor before I started talking about it who really went after you? How are your hormones? They don't know. They don't learn it in medical school. And I feel it's a level playing field. I'm not a doctor. But when I lost my hormones, I wasn't me. You know, the 7 dwarves of menopause that I write about, which I thought was kind of clever. 7 dwarves: itchy, bitchy, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up. Got any of those guys living in your house? I had them all living in my house for 3 years. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I went from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor. You know what I was offered? I was offered sleeping pills, anti-anxiety pills, cholesterol-lowering pills. I remember saying to one doctor, "Really? Is this the best you have to offer women? Isn't anybody taking care of us from midlife on? And do you just want to ply us up with drugs when we could do this naturally?" And so that's what I've been writing about, and you know that. And I love when any of you come up to me in restaurants. Don't be shy. I love it, because when you sit and write books like I do all day, you hope there's somebody who's really going to go, "Wow, this changed my life." And the other night we were at this wonderful restaurant in the desert here. It's like going to a party. This guy is so successful because he's created this party atmosphere. He does about 750 people a night, imagine. So I walk in, and the owner said to me, "There's a couple over there that I promised them I'd introduce you." So I went, and he said they bought my cookbook, because I had written the foreword for his cookbook, so, and in the hopes that you would sign it. So I said, "Of course." So I went over and I said, "I hear you want me to sign your book." She said, oh my God, you changed my life." And the husband said, "Oh my God, you changed our lives." And he said, "Because of you, I'm on testosterone." She said, "Because of you, I'm on full hormone replacement." She said, "I feel sorry for people who aren't on hormones." I said, "I do too, because you're suffering through the second half of your life." And that is so meaningful to me. So I just want you to know that when I'm talking about this stuff, it's not, you know, I'm not a sales person. I know this is going to help you. I know it. It helps us. We do it. We walk our talk. We have one every single morning.
So, John Paulson.
Who?
John Paulson.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Suzanne. I met you in Monaco in 1990 while I was serving in the Navy. You were there with Alan. I still have the autograph you gave me.
Oh my gosh,
It was so
John.
nice to meet you. All the best.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, remember that trip? We
a
went
great
over
trip.
there because I was asked to be a guest star on Paul Anka's special,
Or was that when you were playing the sporting club?
And his other guest was Donna Summer. So he had Suzanne Summers and Donna Summer as his 2 guests, and I love Donna Summer. I'm so sorry she's no longer with us. And did we have fun on that trip? And the night of the show, it was a special command performance for Prince Rainier and all the royals of Europe. Imagine me, Suzanne
No,
Mahoney from...
You're mixing up 2 trips.
Oh, okay.
We had one trip was to do the Paul Anka show.
Yeah,
okay?
that's the one I'm talking
and
about.
then we came back when you were the star of the show in
Oh,
the sporting club.
Oh, that's right.
When Prince
Oh.
Rainier had this major crush on you.
You think he did?
Of course he did.
He thinks they all
Okay,
do.
Here's a little,
He was a doll.
little business here.
Okay.
I'm sure to cover up your face. But, okay, this is the Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge Basic Kit. Gut Renew Superfood Protein Formula, 6-pack, 60 servings, 30-Day Challenge Program Guide. The retail value $295, sale $200 at SuzanneSummers.com. Then, this is the Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge Ultimate Kit. Gut Renew Superfood Protein Formula, 6-pack, 60 servings, 30-Day Challenge Program Guide, plus the Probiotic Gut Renew and the Gentle Colon Renew. Retail value $385, sale $250. Great deal at SuzanneSummers.com.
Great deal. And I know, $250, you're thinking that's expensive. Honestly, if you will know what's in here, because it's all on the back here. These products that are here are so expensive. I won't tell you what this costs us per bag, but it's not cheap for us. It's so expensive for us to make that I'm really picky about who I give it away to with friends and family. Usually with my friends, yeah, take a bottle of this and take some of this. And I make bags filled with the organic stuff. This stuff I don't give away because it really costs us a lot of money. And like I said, it's so successful, we just had to order 72 tons of this. And that means so many people are getting so healthy. It's all organic. There's no sugars in there. No gluten. Alan's gluten intolerant. No gluten in there. It's
no sugar.
No sugar. It's such a high quality product. And I don't care. You can try smoothie products. Everybody's. Nothing compares to them. Nothing compares in taste to this. The taste of this is unbelievable, and even if I wasn't doing it for my gut, I would have one of these every morning because it tastes that great. It tastes great. What are you reading, Al?
Well, I'm just reading something from, let's see, who's it from?
I don't know.
Ring Hamburg, Instagram. I'm a daughter of an alcoholic, and I too admit that, hang on, that I am too, but I still want to take care of my body. Just got my gut renew on Wednesday, and I'm trying hard to make it my daily routine.
What is her name?
Her name is, well, I don't know if that's her real name, Ring Hamburg.
Ring, as you know, I am a child of an alcoholic. In fact, I did an interview for Steven Tyler, that darling rock and roller. Has started something called Janie's Fund for people like you and me who had childhoods that were impossible to survive unless you're a survivor. And I know the lifelong effects. And I'm sure you have done this, because if you are following me, we all have a story, all of us. And the parts of our lives that have made us broken birds. I used to be such a broken bird. It's up to each one of us to fix ourselves. But the reason I did this interview for Steven Tyler is that you can't fix yourself unless there's somebody to help you, to steer you and guide you. And that's what Janie's Fund is doing. So look up Janie's Fund, and I think you'll be impressed by what Steven Tyler does. Steven Tyler looks like this crazed rock and roller, and he has that crazy hair and the streaks and everything. And one night he pulled me up on stage, and I had this great jacket on. He tried to steal my jacket and made me do this whole thing with him. And he seemed so crazy. But you know what? As with all of us in the entertainment world, this is him. This is how he likes to present himself to the world. But he is the most compassionate, caring, intelligent. You don't become a success and remain a success for all the decades where he's remained a success unless you got a real person inside, and he does. So I'm sure if you're watching here that you're okay now, but if not, I think Keeping Secrets, the book I wrote in, what year was that out? That wasn't 73.
Keeping
that
Secrets was
80s?
89.
89. It may be, of all my 27 books, the most profound and life-changing book that I've ever...
We made it into a movie.
Yeah, we made it into a movie, and we did a one-woman Broadway show at the Brooks Atkinson, one of the highlights of my life, called The Blonde and the Thunderbird. I believe being a child of an alcoholic was my opportunity, but I sure didn't know that when I was going through it. I sure didn't know it. So if you get a chance to listen to my interview on Janie's Fund, you'll hear more in depth about what that was, what it became, and what it's like now.
So Shelley Ballou Pectal.
Yeah.
I have been using Gut Renew for a week, and wow.
Oh.
What a difference.
Oh, Shelley.
I feel much better.
Yeah.
No more IBS symptoms.
Oh,
not
irritable.
diagnosed.
That's irritable bowel
Yeah,
syndrome.
I don't think we can't make
No,
that claim.
no.
This is
her saying it,
reaction.
right.
But I thank you from the bottom of my gut.
Yeah,
Okay.
at this point, better than heart. Yeah, I know. Wow. Oh, Shelley, I'm so happy for you. I really am. So happy for you. I, one of the things when I went into this whole arena of when I said to the doctor, are you kidding? Is this the best you have to offer women? And then when I became someone who had a louder voice because of my celebrity, a celebrity's great, but if you don't use it for the better good, it's just an ego ride, and that was never what turned me on. I love being able to pass on what I know to you, and I'm able to talk to the greatest and most profound scientists, doctors, and professionals who tell me through my interviews that I do for my books the most profound things and information about how the body works. And then my talent, I have one little talent, and that is I can take these complex interviews that they do. And doctors, I love, God bless you, I love you, I love you, but you don't know how to synthesize all the stuff you learned in medical school and bring it down to where you and I can understand it. That's my talent. I take that. I spend hours, hundreds of hours on some of the interviews, calling them back, going, you know, when you said this, did you mean that? Until I get it to the point where I understand it. And when I understand it, then I know I can make you understand it. And that is what I've tried to bring to you, that we don't get when we go to the doctor's office, nor do they have the time. They don't have the time. So many doctors have told me, I love when a patient comes in who said, I've read Suzanne Somers' books. Now, there are other doctors who go, oh, really, you're listening to that actress? But the smart ones go, thank you. And
You haven't acted in 40 years.
Right, they thank me for doing the homework, because otherwise, as I try to explain it, you can't go to the doctor and expect him to start with you at kindergarten and bring you all the way through. I bring you all the way through with the information that I've learned from them. I'm not a doctor. I just know how to take what they say and synthesize it down. Okay, let's talk about gut renew. We only have about 8 minutes left in the show.
Yeah,
and
not even 8 minutes. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So here, and I apologize for covering Suzanne, but whoever wrote this wrote it so broad that I have to hold it
Yeah, it's because
back so you can
Caroline's not
see it.
here today.
Okay, so the 30-day challenge basic kit for Gut Renew Superfood Protein Formula. You get 6 bags, that's 60 servings. It's a 30-day challenge program guide you get as well that you will love. Even after if you've stopped doing this after a while, you're gonna love all the smoothie recipes in there.
Right.
The retail value is $2.95. It's on sale for $200 at SuzanneSummers.com.
And here he
And
comes
here
with more.
comes- This is the Gut Renew 30-Day Challenge Ultimate Kit. Why? Because it comes with all those things that I mentioned, plus prebiotic Gut Renew and the Gentle Colon Renew, which we drink every single night.
So, if you've got gut issues and you can't afford these challenges, why don't you try one bag? One bag, I know will make a believer out of you. Try one bag. If you already have bought into the 30-day gut challenge, which is, I'll tell you again, one smoothie every morning, one smoothie in the afternoon. Make your smoothie in the afternoon kind of like hearty, like the peanut butter banana chocolate is so good. When I say banana, you know when you buy bananas, they only last a couple of days, especially this time of the year, and they start getting the black marks on the outside, and then they really don't taste that great. That's when you peel them and cut them into pieces, put them in a Ziploc bag in your freezer. Now you've got your banana ice, I call it, and put that banana ice in the blender. Pour the chocolate almond milk over it. Pour some coconut milk if you want to. Put a little yogurt in if you want it. Put a big spoon of peanut butter. Put a spoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, and whip it up. Oh my! There's no milkshake that tastes this good. Honestly, it's really good. So now you've got the for the gut challenge. You've got the smoothie in the morning. And by the time you're just starting to get hungry, you have another smoothie, the one I just told you, the more filling one. And then at dinner, you have a healthy meal. But for 30 days, no alcohol, no tequila, I know it's hard, no dairy. You just have like a steak or a lamb chop or chicken or a piece of salmon or whatever your favorite protein is. Some great vegetable. I love green beans, and I like to saute them and put olive oil and garlic on them. and maybe a baked yam, but not with butter. Not for the 30 days. After the 30 days, then you can go to butter and all those great things, which Alan and I love. I love butter. I love butter. And you know, Alan, a lot of them were asking about this butter we've been talking about. So we have to have Caroline post where you got this butter. Alan bought a case of butter from France. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was invited to a dinner party at a friend of ours who's super famous and super cool down here in the desert. What do you bring somebody like that? So I brought him a bag with 4 of these cubes of this amazing French butter, and then this amazing bread. And I said, I know it's a weird gift. The next morning, he called me and goes, what's in this butter, crack? And where do I get it? Where do I get the bread? So anyway, I guess that's the evening.
So long.
Right. Yeah, I care about all you. I know you know that, but thank you. And Al, can you just come over and show them one last time who I get to go out on a date with tonight?
I'm just playing my trumpet.
Oh my gosh. And he plays a great trumpet, but we're going to have such a good time. I don't know where we're going. We have a lot to celebrate tonight, and I'll tell you about it next week.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot to celebrate.
Yeah. Look at this
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
85 years old. This is what taking care of your body looks like. And I love that I get
Well,
to
you take care of my
I do,
body.
and it's
Yeah.
it's an honor. It's an
Because
honor.
we had a bet a few years ago.
Yeah.
And she lost the bet. And my end of the bet was, if you lose, you have to do my
Oh.
injections.
This is an awful
and you
bet.
have to do my vitamins for the rest of my life.
For life.
And I appreciate that. Okay.
Ah, whatever. For life. Anyway, I'm glad to do it because look at how it looks, and there's such a big payoff. I love you all. I really do. I really do. And I'll see you on Monday. All right. Good night, everybody.